Hi, this is Brian Weatherden, the founder of Guaranteed Income for Life and the author of A Lifetime of Wealth and How Not to Lose It. And the question I'm asking you today is about your vision for the future. You probably know that some people spend more time planning their vacation than they do planning the 10 or 20 or 30 years of their retirement. So the thing is, some people don't actually have anything drawn up for their retirement. And this came to my attention most strongly one night when I was meeting with Bev and Tony. Now here's the thing. Bev had known me for some time, and she said, I want you to come over and meet with us about our financial planning. Up until then, I didn't know there was an us. I just thought there was a her because she was operating her own business. She was like just wildly crazy busy, keeping her business going and growing and doing tremendous things. And that night I met Tony. Well, of course I knew that he existed when she invited me over, but that night I met Tony. He was a very busy executive in another firm, and again, a busy life. And so I came in, we sat down in their living room, and if you could see my whole body, I'll just turn my knee across, cross it over, and turn it away from you in this case, because see, Tony was turning his body away from me. He had no interest in me being there. He didn't want anything to do with financial planning. He didn't want anything to do with, he was tired. It was the evening. He'd worked like 12-hour day, and this was their life. But at any rate, I could feel the difficulty of kind of getting anything moving in this early conversation. And I said to them, well, you asked me to come over and speak with you about financial planning. I said, financial planning typically addresses the future. You're operating a business. You're key to the operations of another business. I said, after that, I said, at some point, probably you go into retirement. And what will that retirement look like? Will it be all of a sudden you sell the business, you retire from your career and you are retired? Or is this something staged where you gradually go into retirement? Can you tell me, what does this look like for you, and how do you want to be enjoying life? And Bev said to me, well, that's the thing. We don't know. We don't know any of that stuff. That's why you're here. Oh, okay. So that night we had to create something that was absolutely brand new. And I've always called it visioning your retirement. So I'm just going to tell you and share with you a brief story of what we did that night. And then I want you to engage with this in your own way. If you're working with another advisor, work with that person about it. Or as a couple, engage this conversation together as a couple and think through about your future. But here's how we started. I said, okay, well, I want you to imagine that you're retired. In fact, I want you to imagine that you woke up this morning retired. And I don't know if this is a permanent retirement, if you're going to, maybe buy another business in a year's time or 6 months' time. I don't know if maybe you're just away for 3 months, but for right now, you're retired, I said. Okay, so you retired. You woke up this morning somewhere in the world, in your perfect place. Where did you wake up? And they looked up, kind of searched a bit, and they said, Tuscany. I said, awesome, Tuscany, beautiful. So here you are, you waking up this morning, you are retired, it's dark in here. What's covering the windows? Tell me, are they curtains? Are they screens? Are they blinds? What are they, shutters? And they thought for a moment, and they said, well, they're curtains. I said, excellent, get up and go over and, well, wait a minute, you might not have anything on. Put something on and go over and will you open the curtains? And so they did that. In their mind, they did that. I said, now as you open the curtains, will you please tell me, you're looking out through the glass window, tell me, what do you see? And of course, they'd done this before. So they opened the curtains in their mind, they looked out the windows through their mind's eye, and they saw what they would see from the perfect place in Tuscany. And looking out, they told me and they described the landscape and what they're seeing out there. And I followed up with another question. And I said, awesome. Can you tell me, does the window open? They said, yes, the window opens. I said, does it open inward or outward? And they thought for a moment. They said, it opens inward. I said, please open the window, and please, as you open it, take a deep breath. breathe in that wonderful, wonderful air off the Mediterranean and tell me, what do you smell? And they could smell the bread being made in the panaderia just down along the way, just below them there. And they could smell the scent of a beautiful, rich-smelling plant that was growing up the outside of what I will call the stucco of the building. And they could smell the breezes and everything. And I said, and what do you hear? They could hear the sound of somebody walking down the cobblestone street. And they looked down this way and saw there was a senior-aged woman dressed all in black and walking down with her hard shoes on the cobblestone street. And they could hear over this way. They could hear children playing in a playground, maybe at a school, playing soccer, football there. And they could hear this. They couldn't see it because it was around the corner, but in their mind's eye, they brought in all these experiences of, well, even taste when you got to the fact that they ordered in breakfast and had a light breakfast together there. So we had the vision, we had the hearing, we had the texture and the feel and the skin. We had the hearing, we had the taste of the food that they enjoyed for that breakfast time. And from that moment, we said, okay, well, that finishes up breakfast. What are you going to do next this morning? And they told me how they were going to go out into this beautiful sunny day in a convertible that they had rented, and they were going to drive through the countryside. Later that day, they would take into place a restaurant where the chef engages them in the process of cooking their meal and teaches, and the joking and the laughter and the fun of learning from that chef as he prepares this meal and as they help prepare with him. This is my process of visioning your retirement. Some people want so say goodbye to Bev and Tony just now. Some people want just a very, let's say, calm, quiet life by the lake, preferably without any power boats and just beautiful back to nature. Some people want to stay in a very low-cost environment of, tending their garden at home, picking weeds, cutting the lawn. Different people have different dreams. Some people want to visit the children and the grandchildren for 3 weeks, 2 or 3 times a year, maybe in another part of the country or another country altogether. But what is your dream? What is your vision for your future? And when you can talk about that, focus on it, take it into yourself, talk about it together with your other key family members, build that dream out. Who else is in the dream? Who are you engaging with? How are you building the financial side of that to sustain what I will call life income mandates and life to fit the life horizons that you're engaging with this visioning process? What I mean there is the money's going to work. And as you think of the stages of your life through the future, that money is going to serve how you envision your future. So maybe in the early part of retirement, you want to do some tremendous things. And you might be spending a considerable amount more money than you'll spend in your 80s, just for instance. So how's the money align with that? Because this is your vision. Everything aligns from the heart and soul of your vision. This is Visioning Your Retirement by Brian Weatherden, the founder of GuaranteedIncomeForLife.ca, the author of A Lifetime of Wealth and How Not to Lose It. And here in the book and on the website, you'll find more resources on how to view your retirement, how to engage a team to secure that retirement, how to align your money with this future vision that you have, and to move forward successfully. Thank you so much for joining me here. And let me know, if you'll get back to me, how has this helped you? Thank you so much.